wrote it. You can't match me with the wit up here. I already wrote it. They can't fuck with this one.
Right.
I already wrote it. One, it's not that I'm that smart, I just know the business.
I wrote it already.
Ain't got nothing special to do about me, I just know the business. You change your tone. You see I had to correct them?
Yeah.
You change it. Yo, I'm at Showtime. It's a Cold War, you forgot? Well, he said to change the tone because he want to perceive that I don't want to fight the guys.
Right. Right.
Boy, the devil, Shaitan is vicious, boy. White or black. Shaitan. Shaitan means the devil in Islam. Shaitan. Satan, Shaitan.
Yeah.
We say in Arabic, Shaitan.
Did Stevenson called you out not
He
because...
creeps in. Deception.
Making me start my tape.
He deception. It's called, when he creeps in with deception, deceive, tricknology, flip words. When you change your tone, what that mean to you?
Chicken.
You got a degree. Tell me what change your tone means.
Not a very good degree. I didn't go to Harvard.
Well, I don't give a fuck. If you don't know, if you don't know what change tone means, then you're not being.
Do you think I don't know?
No, I don't know. No, I don't know.
I work under the same umbrella as Dan, so I'm not going to get in a fight with Dan.
Oh man.
But that's not smart.
I just asked you a question.
Yeah,
do you know what change your
I'm
tone
not getting in
means?
the middle of. I do.
I'm
of course.
Okay, change your tone.
Of course I do.
So Stevenson isn't calling you out because he's afraid of Kovalev. He's calling you out because of business, because you've been to Canada twice, and he knows you're a
You being nice. I think that he's calling me out because it's two situations. Kovalev and the situation over here. I really think that if it's open, he will fight because he wants to make the most money at his age, at 35, 36. I commend his knowledge of business. And fighting Bernard Hopkins is not an embarrassment. And you can't even say my age has anything to do with why he want to fight me. It's a dangerous fight for him, just like it's for me. He has a puncher chance, I have a skill chance. So we're talking about something that is exciting, but we're also talking about a guy that got a track record for upsetting the apple cart. And I know we know what the apple cart means. Well, not only in Canada, in other places. You can go from the Kelly Patricks, you can go from the Trinidad, you can go back 10, 20 years with me. I have a history of beating people, especially when I'm an underdog, which I'll probably be in every fight I fight that's not a mandatory. You know, this is a situation. I just think that when you're right and nobody can denounce or downplay your rightness, they get a little agitated. And they get a little agitated because I do like standing people up. I respect Dan, I love standing out in front of his face. But he just, right now, he just got schooled by, he perceived probably a boxer, but that's what I do, but it's not who I am. And that's the defined separation that a lot of people cannot separate when they're dealing with everybody. With everybody, you can deal with it the way you deal with it. But when you deal with Bernard Hopkins, I'm thinking politics, I'm thinking business, and fighting is last on my agenda list of the things that I am. The things I am, fighting that on the top when it comes to who I am. Boxing is what I do, but it's not who I am. So I can sit here and dialogue, and I can sit here and break them down and be opinionated, whether I'm wrong or right, whether I disagree or agree with him, and understand that you're going to at least have the opportunity to write what's right and not what you want to walk away with and write what you want to write. You change your tone. So when a guy tells me, see, this is what men is to me, no disrespect to him. When a person says something that's totally like, yo, you put your foot in your mouth, comrade, like, you know, like a cop in the street, do something and his partner say, yo man, you my guy, but you shouldn't have did that. I gotta tell you that, like you put your foot in your mouth, because just like this, if me and you doing something and we in the same business, you know what I mean? And you do something that's stupid, messy, especially with that guy. You gotta be on point with that guy. I ain't gonna back off with my personal opinions because you don't pay me, Dan. You're not gonna sanction me, Dan. But even though we're in the same business, like you sort of like, you know, you set yourself up for that partner, but we all right, you know, Bernard's okay and you okay, it's not personal. So when they put their foot in their mouth, that's a rookie statement right there. And we all make mistakes. That was a rookie comment on a guy that's a veteran when it comes to that tricknology and words and all that shit, because whatever you take back and write, you really got the last say. But at least I'll go on record in front of y'all. That's why I say I like showing people up. Because at least I'll go on record with y'all and y'all tap in on ESPN or whatever you read, you be like, damn, Bernard ain't say that. Then he got to sit back at home, wherever the fuck he be at, and say, well, damn, I was right there with Bernard. But he wasn't man enough to say, you know what, I wouldn't have said that. You know, by me doing what I do, I wouldn't ask you, you know what I mean, you committed to something that you're not, and I know it's a Cold War going on, and I know you openly said in Atlantic City that you're not leaving Golden Boy, and you're not leaving Showtime, so I really took it out of their head by even asking me about Stevenson and Kovalev, other than they over there and I'm over here. So why would you bring that up even if I already explained why I wouldn't fight him? Because he wants to find a deception. And he asked me what shaitan means. He asked me what shaitan means. He asked me what that, and I clarified. Not that he's that, but that spirit always find a way to try to find a way to try to twist and turn. See, I understand. I read, man. I read a lot of books and they ain't boxing magazines. And I understand the mentality of who I'm dealing with. So when you know how to deal with them, you don't get upset. You correct them the best way you can. Some will get it, some won't.
I got a question now. My question is, you've heard the statement, be the change you want to see. What if we said this before, what if you were the mediator? What if you were the one that brokered the peace? What if you were the one that says, I want this Cold War to be broken because I want this Stevenson or I want this Kovalev? What if you were the engineer of it? The other stuff with Dan, I don't know what he was referring to. I'm not getting in the middle of that fight. I appreciate you not saying, that I'm not a man over that just because I didn't get involved in that fight.
You ain't got to whisper that. I was meant that. You're not a man.
Well,
I didn't say you wasn't a man. I said that being a man.
Yeah.
That ain't got to do you wasn't a man. I'm saying I'm a man to understand if I'm with somebody and that somebody says something that I agree, either I agree with that guy, what he said, or I don't agree with that guy. When I said I don't have nothing to do with it because I don't want to get involved in this and that, then that means that even if a guy is wrong and you know he's wrong, you're not going to stand up and be, hold on, let me finish. Hold up, but you gave me a slow ball and I'm going to correct you now. When you know something, if you know something is wrong, well, maybe it was a fast one. I thought it was going to get past me. But anyway, I'm just too goddamn small. But listen, when you know that, again, he can say, I'm wrong, and I'm okay, you're right, but I'm going to take a chance on this. He wouldn't have asked me that question. You know why? He was in Atlantic City. He heard what I said. We talk often.
That's right.
He wouldn't even ask me that question because he know we've been down that road. If anything, Bernard, what are you going to do next? You know y'all just signed a WBA guy. Well, why the fuck you think we signed him? But let me stick back. I don't care if it's my mother, God rest her soul. Mom, I wouldn't have done that, right? Of course, you'd have told me whatever she'd have told me, and I'd have accepted that. But the man in me, this ain't got nothing to do with boxing. This ain't got nothing to do with my comrade. The man in me would say, man, you're wrong. I wouldn't have done that. But when you feel that you don't want to ruffle feathers, they're the guys you keep your eye on. In the streets, they can't be trusted. Either you with the fox or you with the hound. Can't be with both.